Seven HR challenges the manufacturing industries and some of the ways to tackle them. Number five, managing overtime. Now, in the manufacturing industry, there are some machines that you cannot put off. There are machines that have to run consecutively for at least a week before you put them on. So manufacturing industries work 24 hours, which means that they run shifts. Now, in such situations, overtime is part of the is part of the work. It's part of the work. So, what are the ways that you could manage, issues like this, or just manage overtime in the manufacturing industry? One thing I learned from experience is that allow allow the supervisors, allow the factory workers and the supervisors to draw up their schedule. Allow the factory workers and their supervisors draw up their schedule. Don't always have to insist that as a HR person or as a manager you must do it. Let them do their thing because they know themselves, they understand themselves, they know their own issues or whatever. Let them draw up their schedule. And number two, it is okay for them to alternate their schedule. Now, whatever it is they are doing around this overtime calendar or schedule, let them do it. Just monitor and ensure that everything is going well and ensure that it does not affect output, it does not affect productivity. Let them or allow them alternate their schedule. So some of them might want to travel and they'll be like, they could discuss with their colleagues and be like, I want to travel, no, let me run 24 hours or something like that, so that you can cover up for me when I travel. Let them be. If you work 24 hours, if your production company is 24 hours, when it comes to this overtime, let them handle their schedule. Give them that space to handle their schedule. And then next, pay for overtime and ensure that the payment for overtime is very good. Most manufacturers, in fact, when I was working in manufacturing, we worked Christmas, but it was overtime. You had people who were not willing to travel, but we ensured that the overtime payment was very, very, like, it was worth their while. So pay for overtime and ensure that the overtime money, is worth their while, but don't make it compulsory. Overtime is not compulsory. So if you know that you're going to have to work overtime, maybe the demand is very low or it's that season period, start discussing these things with your supervisors beforehand, at least a month before time. Start discussing these things, start sensitizing them or, the workers about the need to work overtime. Don't bully them, just ensure that you guys are on good terms because it is not compulsory. So you have to appeal to their senses to get them to be available for the overtime. Number six is create an engaging workplace culture. Create an engaging workplace culture. So I worked with the production manager some time back, and he was coming from one of the biggest manufacturing companies you had in the East. And he was telling me something that they used to do. He said in the company where he was coming from, they used to have in a year, once in a year, they had this 1 week of fun fair where they will have football tournaments, employees and factory workers versus managers and stuff like that. They had this football tournament. It was really fun. Employees always look forward to that 1 week or 2 weeks in a year where they get to have games, play, just have fun and enjoy themselves. Another thing you could do is be spontaneous. Be spontaneous. In creating an engaging workplace culture, be spontaneous. So you could have days where you could say, okay, today you just declare barbecue for your workers. Unexpectedly, just say today I'm declaring barbecue for everybody, or today I'm feeding everybody. Just arrange maybe like a caterer. They come in with their coolers, with drinks. They feed everybody. They feed the morning shift. They feed the night shift. Just be spontaneous. Something you could also do is to train your staff. Train your workers. On skilled labor can be trained. I did it. Everybody and anybody can be trained. Now, aside the soft skill training and the hard skill training and the onboarding training, there are certain trainings that you can give manufacturing workers that can be very beneficial to them. One of such trainings is goal setting. Goal setting is a frontier. People want. I'm speaking from experience. What I'm telling you, this is 100% experience. I have played in the manufacturing, furniture manufacturing, and plastic manufacturing, and then I also worked in the manufacturing company where they used to produce this water outlets. When you build buildings, to that water outlets, I also worked there. So what I'm sharing to you here is 100% from experience. It's practical. It's not theory or textbook knowledge. Train them how to manage their money. Train them on health issues. Train them on goal setting. You see these 3 trainings, they are very powerful. Give them trainings that will impact their future. Trainings that they will say, because I worked in this organization, because of my boss or whatever, I manage my money better. I can plan better. My health is better because of those trainings. So train your manufacturing staff. Now the final One is performance management. In the manufacturing industry, you must learn to track performance daily. You must track performance daily. If you have a HR officer or a HR manager or operations or a BDM, whatever type of structure you operate in your manufacturing business, you must ensure that they know how to track performance daily, especially HR managers, because you cannot appraise, assess, or evaluate what you don't understand. You must track output daily. You must ensure that what they're producing ties the raw materials that they take. Because in the manufacturing industry, there's a very high level of busyness and no productivity. They can be very busy. Those guys know how to form busy. But if you check output and productivity, it's very low. But I can promise you they are very busy. So performance management is very, very compulsory. You must track performance daily, weekly, and monthly. And then you must be able to have business review meetings weekly, not less than twice in a month. I used to have business review meetings every Monday morning where you review performance of the organization. So I used to sit down with the inventory person, the production heads, and then with the accounts people, where we look at the facts and figures of what we have done in the previous week. So not about being, oh, we work from morning till night. That's how we're very busy. We did not sleep. We did not stand. We did not eat. No, 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 no. We look at the facts. We look at the figures. We look at the raw materials that was used. We look at the production. We look at the downtime. We look at the waste. We look at the output. We look at customer complaints. That is how we are able to show that we are productive in the last week. Not that we work 300 hours. Were we productive? So if you do not track output daily, if you do not track usage daily, if you do not track what happens in the organization daily, you cannot speak with facts and figures if your employees are indeed productive or we're just busy. I hope this helps. So you can go on my page and scroll up to see from the beginning, from number 1 to 7, or from the beginning, all that I've spoken about when it comes to HR challenges in the manufacturing industry, and some of the ways that you can tackle them. Speaking from experience, I hope this helps. Don't forget to tag and share people in similar industries, and I will see you soon. Have a lovely day.